moving along here, we're going to go to number 3, time management. So time management for a household is a little bit different than the way we normally think of time management, because most time management centers around goals and projects, things that you're gonna do like once and then it's like you're done. It's a project, one and done. Most time management overlooks the fact, and this is why when you try to apply regular time management principles to like your home, your household, this is why they fail. Because a home is not really projects. Yes, you do have home improvement projects, but in general, what I'm talking about here, the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, it's routines. It's a series of things that have to be done over and over. And that's why when I'm talking about time management for a household, you have to figure out a system. The thing about a house is if you do a little bit every day, it's manageable and you can get stuff done really well and it's not overwhelming. It gets overwhelming when you're like, I'm going to do all my laundry, all my cleaning in this one day because it's gotten so bad I can't live with it like this. You don't want to get to that point. Every day, look at how much laundry you have to do. Do you maybe only have 1 or 2 loads a week? Maybe you live by yourself and you don't really have that much. Designate a specific day and be like, hey, this is laundry day. Every day, every time this week, this is when I do my 2 or 3 loads of laundry. Great. Maybe you're the kind of person that likes to do a little bit. You don't want to do it one single day. Then maybe, every day, maybe you have soccer practice twice a week and just make a mental note. Okay, I have 2 loads I have to do during the week. Every time before soccer practice, I do my laundry. Do something like that. But again, you're not going to have a boss. This is an area where you have to be like, you have to take initiative for yourself because you're the one that has to live in this house. You're the one that has to deal with, not having clean laundry or not having meals ready, You're the one that has to live with that. So this can be a very big act of self-care. Getting yourself onto some sort of a domestic system. Now, it can be overwhelming. A really good methodology and people that teach a good system for your house it's called the Fly Lady system. It's been around for I think a couple decades now, and it's really good. She doesn't overwhelm you. She tells you here, take baby steps. Here's what needs to get done in a house. Here's when to do it. So that's a good idea if you're a little overwhelmed and you don't really know how to put together your own little system you want to do. That's a good place to start. But mainly, you got to figure out a system for cleaning your bathroom. That's important. Your toilet's going to get dirty. So figure out, how often am I going to clean my bathroom? How often am I going to do my laundry? How often am I going to clean my room? We often spend most of our time in our rooms. And then how often am I going to cook my food? What am I going to cook? What am I going to have for dinner every week? What am I going to have for lunch, breakfast? What am I going to eat? And when am I going to do my grocery shopping? So those are really the important things: the cooking, the cleaning, the laundry, things like that. So I think that's a lot of it. And then the second to final thing is decorating. To be a domestic goddess, you have to add kind of feminine touches, kind of decorate your home. It's not enough to just clean and declutter. That's very utilitarian. It's kind of, it's a lot of work, it's drudgery. So you want to kind of reward yourself and make your home look pretty and inviting. Decorating is kind of the fun part. Decluttering and stuff, that's kind of, you have to do that to get to the point where you can, decorate, make it nice, because it's hard to decorate clutter. But yeah, reward yourself with some decorating. Add things you like. Decorate your home with things you like. And then when you're there in it, you're going to feel happy as you look around. So if you're really into unicorns, decorate your apartment or your bedroom with unicorns. If you like holographic stuff, decorate with that. Maybe you like the shabby chic kind of look, decorate with that. Get roses and ruffles and things like that. Express your personality in your environment. It's really good to do that. We express our personality through our clothing and our appearance, but it's also important to express it in your environment. There's nothing wrong with leaving your mark on your surroundings, so that's a good thing. And take pride in your home. Keeping a home clean and running nicely, even if it's just for you, even if you're just doing just a few basic things, you're doing your laundry once a week, you're kind of making a general idea of what you want to eat, maybe you have classes or whatever, and you don't, you're not home during lunchtime, well, write down, okay, I really love this salad that Panera has. Okay, for this week, I'm going to eat salad at Panera, for my lunch. And then for dinner, I'm going to have this, or, so have fun with it. You don't have to cook at home. You can plan on eating out if you want. Now that can get expensive, but, and you want to kind of keep your budget, keep to a budget. But I kind of feel like that's separate from household management a little bit, especially if you're single. If you're not, it definitely does become more of household management. But I'm guessing most of you are young women. You probably aren't married, so your budget is really going to be individual to you. So I kind of don't really include that with this here, but that's that. And then the final thing, sewing. You should know some basic sewing. You don't have to be a seamstress. I was lucky. My mom and my grandma sewed, and they taught me when I was a little girl. So I can tell you, as somebody who sews, really all you need to know how to do is sew on a button, hem a skirt. If your skirt tears, you need to learn how to sew that tear up, and get those two pieces of fabric to stay together. You need to learn how to make kind of, you need to sew it in such a way that the seam is on the inside. So there's some basic things like that, but you can Google how to sew on a button, how to sew a hem, how to sew a tear, things like that. Those are things that you should know how to do. And, men appreciate that. Let's say you're out on a date with your boyfriend or something, and you guys are going somewhere really important. Let's say you're going to meet somebody else, and, you guys are going to do a double date. You're going out somewhere fancy, and, last minute he gets out of his car and boom, he rips off the button on his shirt or something. How cool would it be if you'd be able to fix that right there? There's little sewing kits that you can get at the grocery store. I don't recommend them. They're crap. No offense, they're really cheaply made, but go to a Joann Fabrics or Hobby Lobby and buy one of their little sewing kits, and you're usually going to get better quality stuff. If you want to make your own little sewing kit, that's cool. Get a cute little bag or something. And what you're going to need is go to like I said, go to a Joann Fabrics or Hobby Lobby, get yourself a little pair of scissors, get yourself a pack of needles, and then get yourself thread in 3 colors. You want white, black, and navy blue. Maybe brown if you wear brown a lot. So get those 3 or 4 colors. And then at that point, you don't really need a thimble. People always include thimbles in these little kits. You don't need that. Nobody really uses a thimble. And most of what you're sewing is not going to be strong enough for you to need a thimble. And then pins, straight pins, get some straight pins, and then get some safety pins. And then get all that stuff, put it in your little bag. You can get a needle threader. It looks kind of almost like a coin, and it's got a little pointy wire coming out of it. That can be useful, so get one of those if you have a hard time threading a needle, but that's what you're going to need. And then just keep that little bag maybe in the dashboard of your car, or tuck it away in your purse. And then if something happens, you have everything you need to fix it. And then you can sew things up, you can sew on a button. If you like, you can buy extra buttons. Joann Fabrics, all those kind of places sell buttons. You can buy extra buttons if you want and keep that in your sewing kit. And then, at that point though, you have the basics. And I recommend watching How to Thread a Needle, and that'll show you how to put the thread through the needle. And then, again, how to sew on a button, things like that. So that's an important thing. Again, you don't have to be sewing clothes or sewing curtains or pillows and getting all complicated about it. But for basic adulting, you do need to know how to sew on a button, sew a hem, things like that. So anyways, those are skills that I think fall under the domestic goddess, that as a woman, and if you want to meet Mr. Right, you want to get married, you want to have, a good life, and and you want to attract men and add value to their life, these are skills that are important. They're not glamorous. These are not the fun skills, being a good conversationalist and, admiring men and being sympathetic, it involves interacting with men, and that can be fun. And, makeup and dressing nice, that's fun. These are the skills that they're often not fun. You often have to do them by yourself, and you don't get attention and interaction from other people. They can be more introverted kind of skills, but these are very crucial. And these are the kind of thing where if you don't have these, it can make all the other skills less important long term. When a man's considering a woman that he wants to spend his life with, these kind of things actually become very important, especially the cooking. That becomes really important, and a guy thinks about that, so having that is another thing that's going to work in your favor, so, and help you get what you want, because again, it's not all about, I'm not saying you do these things because you're serving a man, okay? Like, don't think of it like that. It's, you want to provide value, and you want to find someone that has value to you too. And so then that way you guys can kind of, you can kind of team up, and it's mutually beneficial. And so the more value and things you have going for you, your beauty, your understanding, your ability to be kind and admire him and, make him feel good, those are all things that have value. And this is more things that have value. This is just going to make you even more, crucial and valuable in a man's life. And so the more things you got going for you, the better you can kind of set the terms, and you can have access to more men, and you can get treated better, and you're going to get what you want if you have what they want, is what I'm saying. So try to think of it that way. But anyways, yeah, that's the domestic goddess. I hope that was helpful. I tried to cram a lot in a short video because each one of these could have been their own video. But yeah, these are a bunch of skills that are going to be helpful. So leave a comment below if you have a question, and subscribe if you like, watch more videos, whatever, do what you want. I hope it's helpful. So anyways, that's that.